Israeli News Live. The volcano in La Palma, Canary Islands, has erupted, a small eruption. It's not a large eruption as of yet, but it's blowing its stack. And I know earlier this morning, Elizabeth had let me know that they had a 3.8 earthquake that took place there. So it's still, luckily, a small eruption thus far, nothing major as of yet, but the volcano has erupted. So with it being a small eruption there, the island is still intact. It's a good thing there. But you definitely want to keep in mind, keep watching it very closely because there is always the potential of a landslide with such a small island. In fact, I actually had up this morning, let's see here, if I can find the right spot here. Yeah, here we go here. This is the evacuation notice that was being disseminated to the people on the island there. I did a video on that this morning. It also has it in English. Let me go down. Here we go. Be aware of the alert declared by the government of the Canary Islands and the preventive measures of possible evacuation. The residents of the municipality are informed of the following. Go to the official sources, and they give you on the back of the thing there where the people are to go, things like that. So, it is... They have already planned on doing the evacuation. I'm sure now with this thing erupting, they're probably going to definitely in earnest begin the evacuation. But whether or not this is going to turn into a landslide that would create a tsunami that would affect the east coast of the United States and, of course, many, many other countries, including Africa. It would also include South America, etc. We just don't know. Like I said, it's a small eruption. You can kind of tell it's a small eruption thus far. But, how will it go from here? We just don't know there. Also, I had found this guy's video here called The Weather. Let's see, let me pull up his name just so in case you guys want to look at him. Pretty plain, but Weatherman Plus, he actually does a very good job in talking about the seismic activity. He gives some very good resources there, things going on there. So that was actually a very good site to look at. I was going to share that with you guys this morning as I was getting things ready there. This was some of the data that was in his video there, showing the trajectories, the wave sizes, depending on the landslide, how it would affect. They say 6 to 8 hours to get to the United States, and to be able to get out, stuff like that. But you can see on there, especially if you look right down in here, all that part, Brazil, things like that. I was being told by a FEMA engineer there that Brazil had been practicing evacuation plans, things like that are going on. But like I said, the issue is right now the volcano has gone off, but very minimal at this point right now. So we'll just have to wait to see, what's going to happen there. And listen, if you're anywhere near a coastline, monitor this closely, day and night. Monitor this closely. Good chances are we're not going to see a landslide, but I can tell you now, people in the government that I know, they have evacuation plans set in place. They've already discussed evacuation plans, so they are fully anticipating that, or at least they're prepared that the landmass could break off. And with such a small eruption as of right now, nothing violent, I guess it would take a very massive earthquake to cause that, but we just never know. We just don't know what's going to happen with this thing as of yet. So, but be vigilant, because, if you're down there, like somebody just posted a moment ago, Orlando, you need to be able to get up there at least up to like Tipton, Georgia, to get away from, and there again, it would depend on the size tsunami that would affect the east coast of the United States. There are different projections depending on what size a landslide would be. It would have to be a large landslide to cause a significant enough tsunami to affect the entire state of Florida. You'd really need like a 150-foot wave. I don't see that happening personally, but there again, 50 foot, 75 foot, that would probably be more realistic, I would think, if they had a major enough landslide. But then again, it would also have to be a rapid landslide. If it just slides slowly into the ocean, then no, you're not gonna have anything significant. Not for the United States. Maybe Africa, because they are closer. The wave doesn't have to travel as far, so it could definitely cause a tidal wave for Africa, but it would dissipate mostly by the time it went across the entire United States or across the Atlantic Ocean, if the landmass slid in slowly. But that's the risk that they're worried about. That's what the scientists at the Pentagon are worried about, is that the island could crack up, because there's already been evidence that it does have a split. And it's kind of like when tectonic plates move with an earthquake underneath the ocean floor, and there's a sudden snap in those tectonic plates. What happens is one part lifts up, the other part goes down. It does it very rapidly, and then that's what creates the tsunami that ends up coming inland. So this would just be a situation that's done above ground. And so anyway, we're going to be watching this closely. And also just so we can keep you guys informed. Luckily, it did erupt during the daytime. Boy, I'd have hated to see heard this thing erupted at nighttime. But this way here, we might get a better idea. But definitely, in fact, I was told too that in Washington that they have connected to the emergency broadcast system any event that would cause the Canary Islands to go down. So your cell phones would get an alert if in fact there were a land collapse from the Canary Islands. The emergency management has already included that to all cell phones across the United States. So keep your cell phones on. That'll be your first response there. They have set that up. That's what I was told Friday night in a meeting that I had with the Pentagon there, that they do have that set up, and that would be your fastest way to find out. I'm definitely not the fastest way, but I will tell you, just like we're doing right now, as soon as we find out about this, we're going to let you know. And I just have to, this was actually brought to my attention by Brother Paul. He actually sent this to me. So thank you, Brother Paul, for letting me know this. That this had erupted, because I'm here studying, getting ready for a couple of different messages. We got one going up on Patreon today, but I actually have one that I'm going to be sharing with you, something I discovered in the book of Enoch that just blew me away. But I want to be sharing that with you guys today as well. So working on biblical teaching is kind of several different things at one time. So been in study all morning this morning, but also trying to keep an eye on this as well. And another thing I will mention to you guys, the meteorites are starting to come in. Fireball spotted over the West Coast Tuesday. This was on Mail Tribune, and then we also had one come in over Virginia. I think it was West Virginia. But it was cloudy because of the stormy weather we've been having over here. But they could hear the sonic boom, and it was reported by a lot of people. But an airline pilot was above the clouds and actually saw the asteroid come in, or meteorite, however you want to call it. I guess meteorite once it actually comes into the atmosphere. So we're starting to see the first remnants of these things coming in. So it's going to be a very interesting next 2 months here, actually 3 months. So we'll also be keeping you updated on that. And as soon as I know October the 10th, I am scheduled to be in a meeting about the situation that we will be facing with the October asteroids, which kind of tells me that they're anticipating those to be coming in around the 17th to the 20th of the month, at least the heavier stuff, but it's still nothing big during October. but I'll be getting an update just on how bad the situation will be or how many of them they've been able to divert. We know that 100 of them they've been able to divert or destroy, which is good news, but it's still going to be quite a few that are coming in. I hate to say that, guys, but it's just a lot are coming in. We're in for a bumpy ride in 2022 as well. From what I'm hearing, instead of just being twice a year that they're coming in, they're going to be far more frequently coming in. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for supporting the broadcast. Thank you for being here with us this morning. Oh, wow, quite a few of out there too. 1,439 people are actually joined on here with us this morning. And we don't do a whole lot of live broadcasts. Sorry about shaking. That's my spinal cord going nuts. So it causes me to shake a lot. But we're gonna get that taken care of. Really precious brother. Really, actually, quite a few of you have helped me to be able to pull this off. So appointments are all being set up to get things done where I can stop shaking, my legs maybe stop shaking, and I can start walking normal again eventually. Anyway, thank you and God bless you. IsraeliNewsLive.org. Don't forget to check out our website. And also iConnectFX.com. Remember, multiple languages are available there. And I don't translate every video, but important videos I always translate. And I got to do that one on Israel, because the issue about Israel, and then I hear from Washington that they have set in motion the New World Order in Israel. That's what's going on. That's what they're not telling you. God bless you. Stephen Benin.